So the first thing I wanted to ask you about this film, obviously, when we heard that our former governor was going to be returning to movies, there were so many different projects that were talked about, and a lot of sequels and reboots and other franchises. One of the things that got me really excited as a fan of his and a fan of yours is knowing your attention to detail and realism, right? That this was going to be a movie where we could see him kicking ass, but in a visceral, real sort of way. Tell me about the importance of that and how you think that makes this film different than The Expendables or something. You know?
Yeah, well, it's. I wanted to create, a realistic world, and I wanted to put Arnold in a dramatically realistic context. So it's a little bit more than just the one-liners and throw a punch, crack a joke thing here. It's feeling him as part of a team and the leader of a team, and seeing him as this father-like figure and this mentor, and his connection with this amazing ensemble cast, and grounding him. And I think that's what is going to surprise people, because there's a warmth to him and a depth to him that we don't normally see. I mean, he really performs. He performs.
That's the first thing I said to my buddy when we walked out of the movie. I was like, I came in expecting to see him blow stuff up, but I saw him act at the same time. It was great. Now, obviously you've written about law enforcement and things like that quite a bit. I have a lot of buddies in law enforcement and the military and so on. Watching this, that stuff also felt real when they're training and they're clearing the room and stuff like that. Can you tell me a little bit about where that authenticity comes from?
Well, we got some really fantastic people to train these guys. We had Mark Schlegel, who was with LA County Sheriff's Office and a bit of a SWAT operator himself, and Rick Lopez, who's former LAPD SWAT, to teach both Arnold and the rest of the cast how to manipulate the weapons and step through the doors and solve tactical problems, and how to see tactically and move tactically. And you just put really cool, smart people around them, and actors being actors, they're going to learn a lot of behavior by osmosis. And so what you're seeing when they're clearing these buildings is both a very realistic portrayal of how a tactical team operates, but also it's performance, and they have to do it with their own language and their own character's language. So it's a lot of fun to develop that with them.
This movie has a great future for a drinking game with the word clear.
Yes.
Every time someone says clear, shot.
Yeah. Or when someone gets killed.
Yeah, there's probably even more of those.
Yeah.
So I also wanted to ask you, as far, again, I'm on this authenticity theme, because I also loved, there's nothing worse than these action films where you see guys and chicks that look like models we're supposed to believe are these characters. And I thought the casting was great, but also that some of the prettier people in this movie, you made them sort of ugly, tell me about that as well.
We roughed everybody up a little bit. Someone said to me that they didn't even recognize Sam Worthington until they saw the credits. That's part of it. Is it's fun to transform an actor, and it's a great opportunity when an actor lets you transform themselves so much. And I feel like it does affect performance when they're looking in the mirror not recognizing themselves. It helps them build this amazing personality.
I know. Well, best American accent we've heard from Sam too, which I thought was. I'll give you credit for that too.
Right on.
Thank